Welcome to the Guitar Department. I'm your host, Joe Alton. On this episode, we've got father and daughter combo, Dan and Quinn Trilk. Dan's been on before. Quinn's going to tell us all about her new projects and her EP that's been out for a while. It's going to be a great episode. Stay tuned. Welcome to the Guitar Department. Welcome back. I'm sitting here with Quinn Trilk and Dan Trilk. Man, it's so good to have you guys here. Dan, welcome back. Quinn, welcome to the Guitar Department. The first thing I want to ask about is, Quinn, you haven't been here before.
No.
You have, not only do you have music coming up that's going to be released here soon, you guys are working on some stuff. He's helping you produce, I understand. We're going to talk about that, but you have an album that's out already.
Yes, I do.
What can you tell me about that?
Yes, so it is an EP, technically. I have about 7 songs on there. I wrote them all about 3 years ago, and I just had the greatest time working with him on them. I mean, he has a lot of good insights in the production talents and stuff. And I had a fun EP release party for it. I still gig with those songs all the time. But yeah, it really signifies a specific era in my life for me. So I love going back and listening to it and checking it out. Yeah.
And you've been writing songs a really long time, I gather.
Yes.
I didn't realize this, but Dan, you obviously were part of a duo called Debbie Doo-Wop and Dynamite Dan.
Mm-hmm.
I actually filled in for you a couple times as Jammin' Joe, I believe
That's
it
right.
was. But you actually wrote a few songs that were on those albums. You guys put out 2 albums together, and you actually wrote and performed a couple of them. Am I correct about that?
Yes, I did. I believe the first one was Aliens Are Real.
Yeah.
I wrote that singing on the swing set at my house.
Okay, so just so we're clarifying, how old were you, roughly?
3?
I think you were 4 in the
3, 4?
video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would make up songs all the time, just playing with my brother and stuff. So this one he has a video of. He figured out the chords to it, and by the time I was 7, I think, we recorded it. And yeah, out on all streaming platforms.
So on the recording, this is the first Debbie Doo-Wop album, am I right?
Actually, the first one, she had a song called Happy Birthday, Fairy Godmother.
Ah, right.
And that came out in 2011, and we recorded that when she was 5.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was about a dream that she had, and we made it into a song together.
Nice.
And yeah, she sings on that.
But that wasn't your first song that you wrote. I'm gathering the Aliens Are Real was first.
Yes, I think that came first, and then we kind of tag teamed Happy Birthday Fairy Godmother a little bit too.
Yeah. Co-write there.
Yeah.
Well, no one better in the world to write children's songs with than Dan Trilk and an actual child.
Yes. Yes.
Which is part of what made Debbie a great partner for you, if I may say, is that she's very childlike and has that that same sort of energy about her. Dan, you were here once before.
Yes, sir.
Right after, was it Iowa Weather came out, your solo album?
I believe so. Well, actually, it was after, I think, Gas Station Hot Dog came out, which would have been maybe 3 years later.
Okay.
Yeah. That was 2019.
Because, you played Gas Station Hot Dog on the show.
I did, yeah.
One of my favorite songs that I've ever had played on the show, by the way. It's absolutely hilarious, and it's not unserious in any way. It's a very serious song about a gas station hot dog, which is just wonderful to me. So you also mentioned a lot at that time that you were doing a lot of sync licensing and production of your own. Where is that at now? Big Bear.
Yeah, so I was very active in that for a few years, and I honestly, I still have some stuff popping up every once in a while. What was the last one? I had a song on a show called Wranglers on the CW channel, and it's a reality show. It's kind of like a Temptation Island on a ranch, if you can imagine that. So this song was kind of an old school kind of. Yeah,
I cannot imagine that.
Yeah, but the song's called "Lucky Like Me," and it's out there if anybody wants to look it up. But yeah, so those things are still kind of happening. What I'm really focusing on right now is this new teaching business. It's an online platform where I have pre-recorded lessons. We meet twice a week. And then there's also like a forum. It's in the school, a platform called School with a K.
Okay.
And I'm doing advertising on Facebook. I'm kind of all over the place right now with that.
I have seen it's a big push for this on Facebook.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm doing sales and marketing, which is crazy, and I miss playing guitar as much as I like to. But I'm just looking for that thing to have a decent retirement. Honestly,
that's every musician's dream, I feel like.
Right.
So that brings us to what you guys are working on now, and that is that you have some new songs coming out. Is it a whole album that we're talking about that you're trying to make, or is it you're making another EP perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, for right now, we're kind of going song by song. So the first one is All That There Was, All That There Wasn't, and that should be out probably by next month.
We're on the very end stage, just the final tweaks on the mix. So
Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Want to release it soon.
And so you're not exactly like making it together like a Dan and Quinn Trilk, band, but you are sort of producing it for her. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's definitely her song, her vision, and she has a real strong idea going into these songs of what she wants. So I'm able to maybe help her get there. You know what I mean? And then this particular one, she played drums and acoustic guitar. I played bass and a little electric guitar, and then she always does lots of harmony stacks. That's kind of her thing. She's a huge Queen fan and stuff like that. So she's great to work with. She has such a good ear. She hears things that my old ears don't hear. Like, what's that hiss? Like, I don't hear it.
Well, and I was going to say that that's part of, because I understand you go to SWIC. We've talked about this a little bit off camera, and initially I was going to mention that that's sort of a SWIC thing, is learning through, developing your ear through singing harmonies, 4-part harmonies, sometimes 5 or 6-part harmonies. The jazz arranging in that place gets pretty intense. But it turns out you went to SWIC also.
I did.
And we're 3 different eras of SWIC right now. I was under Phil Mattson, and then eventually Jason Smith. You're under Toby Crawford, and you were before Phil.
Yeah, so it was Dick Bauman.
Bauman.
And they had jazz camps back then. It was more instrumental based.
Right.
They did have a vocal jazz program, but they were more heavy in they actually had a concert band, and then they had the jazz band and jazz combos like that. So. And they were known for their program with that, and they had jazz camps just like they still do now. And I went to that as a high schooler.
Right.
I think I just went 1 year, but we stayed in the dorms and just played jazz for a week.
Oh, those dorms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The little L-shaped. Having flashbacks now.
Yeah.
So
I can still smell them.
It doesn't really leave your nose, does it? So what are your plans after you graduate? Are you sticking around town?
Yeah, I haven't gotten all of that totally figured out, but one thing that I always come back to is, of course, writing my own music.
Sure.
Recording it with him. I gig around Des Moines all the time, so if I could keep doing that, I mean, I know it's kind of a tough business out there, but that's what I love to do.
Well, that's fantastic. You know what I've noticed lately is that there's a huge influx of talent coming from young women. There's Kelsey James, there's Mia Prosperi, there's you, there's Serotonin was the other one I was thinking of. And none of you, on paper you'd see like, oh, they all have a similar vibe, but none of you actually sound like one another. Like I had Kelsey on and she blew me away. And just listening to your music, it doesn't sound at all like what Kelsey's making or what Mia's making. It's a pretty cool movement that, not to just sort of group like you're the surrogate spokesperson for this whole movement, but it's kind of cool to see that there's this young talent coming up. It's been a while since there's been like a certain group just coming up with a whole movement of talent. So
Totally,
and
yeah.
it's
cool to
cool.
watch.
It's cool that they seem to be committed to staying in the Des Moines scene too.
Right.
Yeah.
And I wanted to add, Quinn and Mia and Kelsey wrote a song together.
We did.
You know, I thought I saw a picture of, was it the 3 of you? For some reason I was thinking it was you, Kelsey, and Sarah, but it
was Mia.
It was
yeah.
Mia. You said that you were having your boy genius moment.
Yes.
I actually looked for that picture and I couldn't find it, but I was going to ask you about that. I'm glad you brought it up, Dan, because I would have had the names wrong. But so what is that about? Are you guys actually going to record a song together?
Yeah, well, that's the plan. We're hoping to do it in the winter, because by that point Kelsey will be at school,
Right.
And I'll also be in school. But Mia just graduated from SWIC,
Right.
so we are very close friends. So the hope is to all record it and get in the studio together. I think maybe at our house, I'm not sure, but
You have a lot of options.
yes, we do. Yeah, but yeah, we are great friends, and they're both so talented. I mean, serotonin also. There are a lot, like you said, coming up, and we all just want to support each other, really.
Yeah.
So.
It's really cool to see, and I'd love to hear that song.
Yeah.
If the three of you get it together, I'd love to have all three of you on actually at the same time. That'd be a great show.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool.
So, where are you recording it out of? Is it just at your house? You have
In my house.
like a home studio?
Home studio, yep. I use Logic Pro and have a universal audio interface, and it's mostly all, no outboard gear really or anything, so.
Excellent. And you were saying that you were sort of working on your own album, and in a sense, life got in the way. Your music career sort of veered in a different direction, and then you started helping Quinn a little bit more. Yeah. Tell me about the potential new Dan Trilk album we could have coming out.
Yeah. So I have 12 tracks that are probably half like I got all the basic tracks: drums, bass, guitar. Even started singing some vocals. I even had a title for it. What was I going to call it? Off the Track. And I was excited to get it released because things generally feel a little bit off the track right now. That's kind of the general climate of the world. So there's a lot of songs that would really, I think will probably still be off the track by the time I get around to it. But yeah, the teaching business was taking more time than I thought it was going to. So I finally had to just make the decision and make my peace with, okay, I'm just gonna, focus on that. And the idea is for that to allow me to have even more time to be a creative person, like
right.
I want to be.
And so you mentioned the teaching business. It's not just this online teaching program that you have. You also have, is it just the Trilk Rock School? Am I saying that the right way?
Yeah, Trilk Rock School. Yeah, people want to call it the School of Rock, but it's a different thing.
I think that's a copyright infringement. We don't want to get any lawyers involved here, Dan.
But yeah, I've been doing that. When we first moved back from California, which was years ago, we were talking. I started teaching at Reman's with you in 2007, 2008.
Yeah, we're old.
Yeah, you were.
I was
2.
2, yeah.
But I started, of course, Reman's loaded me up with students.
Yeah.
And then I had a private school that I was able to teach out of, and in return, I gave their students music class once a week. So I used their space, and we did a trade kind of a thing. So just gradually over the course of maybe 3 years, I moved everything to Norwalk. Okay. And it was right down the street from my house, So and then I started doing rock band programs. I'm not doing that right now. I was coaching rock bands that were. It wasn't like you're in a rock band for 3 months. It was like you're in a rock band for as long as you want to be. So I had kids that were in a rock band for years. She joined it when she was 8, and she was in Neon Notes for years, and then went into a couple other bands. She did it all through high school and middle school. Yeah,
that was another thing. I heard that you joined your first official band at like 8 years old.
I did.
Playing auxiliary percussion,
yes.
was it?
Yeah, I remember playing the tambourine and little drums and stuff. Yeah.
There was 5 other girls, and they were all 13 and 14, and she just wanted to be there, so she'd come to practice, and she was kind of their mascot, and she'd be doing. She's always had really good rhythm and pitch, so she would be doing the tambourine. Finally, it's like, why don't you get. We put her on the drums. Pretty soon she was playing bass, guitar, keyboards. She played everything. Then she was singing.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's incredible. You hear those stories about, like 13-year-olds joining a band of like professionals, but you very rarely get the sort of like Star Search version of that. Where it's an 8-year-old just jumping in and then taking over. It's very Jackson 5 of you. That's really cool to hear. And that band lasted all the way through high school then?
That band, I was in a few actually. I think that band probably lasted 3 or 4 years, maybe.
Yeah.
And then I was in one called Glitter Bomb. And then the last one I was in was called Wait, What? And that one ended my junior year of high school.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And they played 8035 on the Gen Z stage a couple times.
Yeah.
Played the Iowa State Fair.
Yeah.
Clive Fest, Norwalk Fest. Yeah.
Well, right on. I'm seeing that we're going to have to wrap this up, but I'm hoping that you guys will stick around and play a couple songs for us. Is that something you guys could do?
I'd love to.
Excellent. Well, again, thank you so much for coming on. It's been great to talk to you guys. Quinn, welcome to the guitar department. Dan, it's always good to see you.
Good to see you too, man.
Dan and Quinn Trilk, everybody.
Thank you. This is my original song, All That There Was, All That There Wasn't, and it will be out sometime this summer, so look out for it on all streaming platforms. I talked to April. She thinks we're in love. May called you unstable, but she doesn't know much. Now June's round the corner. She's curious too, and July, she waits for your message. I pretend I'm not waiting to. I thought about springtime. I thought about us. I longed for your presence, but memories fade, leaving me stuck. I thought about summer, what state you are in, what's the use? I'm better off here, not wondering what could have been. But I know you're mine, don't know what you're thinking, but does it also keep you up at night? All that there was, all that there wasn't, all there could be if you chose me. I reread your letter. I retraced your words. A thought out decision. I take it all back, but for me it is worth this hurt. I know it's not easy. The plan that I made, you and I bound to come back together before we go our separate ways. 'Cause I know you're mine. I know you've been thinking. I know it keeps you up at night. All that there was, all that there wasn't, all there could be if you chose me. If you chose me. If you chose me.
thank you for tuning into the Guitar Department. I've been your host, Joe Alton. I want to thank Quinn and Dan Trilk for being here. Quinn, it was so nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Dan, welcome back. I'm always happy to get to catch up with you. Would you tell our audience where we can follow you guys and find your music and figure out what you have coming up next?
Yeah, for me, dantrilkmusic.com. I keep my calendar up to date. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram. Music is streaming everywhere. So, and then I also wanted to say, me and Quinn have a standing gig. We're playing every other Sunday at Wilson Cider House in Cumming, Iowa, and that's gonna, you'll see their advertising every other Sunday. We're playing together.
Yes, we are. You can find me on all streaming platforms. I have my EP and a few singles out, and I'm mainly on Instagram under QTT Music.
So be sure to follow them and check out everything they've got going on. There's some great music coming out of both of these two. I also want to thank Riemann Music for offering up the sound system that we used for this episode. I want to thank Matthew, our camera operator, Jackson, our producer, and I want to get you guys to follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/The Guitar Department and Instagram at guitar_department. And with that, would you guys play one more song for us?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we can do that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, so we picked this song because it's a song that Quinn actually inspired when she was 2 years old. And the story goes like this. We were taking a walk on a beautiful summer day. We stopped at a pond, and we were sitting on the dock, kicking our feet over the edge. It was nice and quiet, and Quinn looked up at me and said, "Daddy, listen, the birds are singing your song." Actually, she said, "The birds are singing my song." And I went home and changed it and wrote this song, "The Birds Are Singing Your Song." It's on my record called Iowa Weather, and it's so awesome to be able to be singing it with my girl who inspired it. When the days are relentless and long, and the sun is firmly fixed on all the flaws, when the outcome is coming out all wrong, the birds are singing your song. When you feel you got nothing to give, and you're afraid of some inevitable fall, when you're alive but you don't know how to live, the birds are singing your song. Singing your song. You don't know why you cannot sleep. You will not cry, you will not weep, let alone shed tears of joy. The valley cradles green and gold. A little girl shouts to hear the echo. A butterfly is picked up by the wind, and the birds are singing your song. Singing your song. The birds are singing